Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, evening, amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 own. Bayeux in the east, it is Isildur fighting here for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin. Here with the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps featuring Lend Lease tactics, urban defense tactics, and Guard motor with double infantry and anti-tank guns versus the west. It is Eternal. Fighting for Deutschland, Germany. Here forming up with the Feldherrnhalle Panzer with defensive featuring the Ostturban. Defender fortifications, Stuke 3s, Pack 43s, and the Sector artillery with Ostturban, Pack, and armor car bulletins there. So we got Ostturban MG42 double counters there. Curly Whirly tearing my teeth out. No idea. Anyways, as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these champions, these heroes of the Propagandacast. Amongst them we now can find Plubius has joined them and supporting the way effort there. Big thanks to you, Plubius. Of course, everyone else has been joining him on the Patreon there. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. Just comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, keep the YouTube algorithms engaged. Switching towards the center here, realizing there's some 2 tactics against the concepts here. Nice reaction there by Eternal, catching the concept right before the finish of sandbags. Good timing there for Eternal. Let's get rid of that position. That's going to be great for him there, since constant and heavy cover can be quite the pain to get out of there. Up north in these ground points here, we got a 2nd Awesome Squad being dispatched northwards here by Eternal, and the south conscious there, more sandbags here from Isildur. Very much on point with that. Thumbs up. So there you go, steady advance in the north. 3rd Awesome Squad here for Eternal. Utilize, of course, this bullet to get them out even a bit fast again, relying just on the still fairly aggressive timings on the Ostturban and the sheer numbers. In the south, the Ostturban pioneers looking to flank the Continent once more. This time, though, not quite catching them before they can finish it, but close, though, close. Flanking with the pioneers to the conscript support, but there you go. Ostturban support, not the conscript. There you go, more conscripts arriving. Ostturban trying to deal with them as they're not in cover there, so they can actually get some good hits. In the center, MG14 and Engineers there. A lot of engagement here between Isildur and Eternal across good chunks of the map here. 3rd Ostturban's going to cover the flank of the MG42 very good here. Ostturban losing, beating the conscripts there. Pioneers still losing the conscripts. More Engineers arriving here. MG42 down south. Awesome Squad basically covering the flank here. And up north, the other Awesome Squad advancing. Awesome as the Engineers there. Will he tech? Will he go from Ostturban? There you go. 4th Awesome Squad in the south. The conscripts actually end up falling back here. Good lord, a brutal engagement there with heavy losses, but in the end, Eternal narrowly pulls through. In the centre, the Awesome Squad up there. Up north, Ostturban has more Engineers country. There's just Ostturban all over the place. Pushing forwards for Deutschland. Baggage reinforcing healing. Got medics on the way there for Isildur. Got the Ostturban sent packing there. Machinery positioning. Going for the cut-off point here. And the it's been missing spot actually. Not much of a cut-off point there. Back here. Some reinforcements there. Imagine we'll be seeing tech next here for Eternal. Possibly a medic bunker first though. But they are after all just Ostturban. Ostturban was the conscious. Mine downs here for Isildur. Using the southern point, using the Ostturban despite completely to grab the victory point, using the machine to hold up here. Not shabby. Ostturban towards here. Bit short before you can go. You can see lay down sandbags and trenches and whatnot with the Ostturban. Back here for Isildur's base, we got the medics up. Probably going to see some tech soon here. We shall of course have to see how Isildur responds to this choice here. Comes to their corp with ME42. Dark mode is always just classic pick, but Lend Lease tactics has a slight surge as of late, so could go for that as well. And there's always urban defense. If you're on defense. But meanwhile, just good pressure here from Eternal. Isildur's initial attacks has faltered in the face of stout German infantry. Backed up, of course, by a heavy machine gun team. Pioneering northwards there. Take down there. No structure yet, or Panzer Grenadier. Of course, Panzer Grenadier would be a good addition for Eternal down the road here. But we shall see here what Isildur, of course, does. And of course, for Isildur getting out some more infantry countries could be good pick as all these awesome, as while they are certainly good versus basic infantry in cover, at least early on, they do tend to struggle a lot more versus small elite troops. So both Guards Rifle Infantry and Guards Assault Troops, they could both be an excellent addition here for Isildur to put pressure there on Eternal's Ostturban. Pioneering southwards. Got the bunker up there. Classic can now build stuff with his Ostturban. There we go. These sandbags have seen a lot of death. A lot of death. Up north, Ottoman trading there, they've had enough. And there you go, Isildur with the tank command. We'll have to see if he goes for the half track here. He's going to try and hold up for the T7. Of course, both are valid options. Of course, see what Isildur does. See, awesome fighting with the country up north. Infantry pushing forward there for the Red Army, going for the northern victory point there and the northern points. But an awesome squad there, laying in wait, puts a stop to that. Khan's going to keep fighting here, but I think that's the awesome thing of the squad in heavy cover. This is going to be a losing engagement there for Isildur. But I mean, it's not a complete loss, arguably, because he's still occupying 2 Austrian squads. Or in other words, he's occupying like half of Eternal's Austrian forces. That means half of his infantry. Like to make another company, probably going to see an armored car for Eternal. Medic's almost done there. Continental falling back here, and tank retain command done here. Like with the T7, but again, he could go for the fast anti-aircraft half-track, which could leave Eternal a bit perplexed, since most Wehrmacht players tend not to expect a fast anti-aircraft half-track. So just the sheer disruptive element can be quite, impactful, but it's also just quite good versus infantry. And to a lesser degree, some light vehicles. So there you go, he's in fact going for the M5 half-track. He's in fact going to go for the fast light vehicle push here versus Eternal, hoping to catch him off guard with that and mow down his men. Very good pick there, I think. Plus it preserves fuel and allows you to use it on other things, maybe set up some other stuff there. So thumbs up the Isildur. Maybe of course want to consider some support weapons down the road here as well. Field gun assault is going to be, very much on the table, but Maxims and mortars could also be good additions. Still in the doctrine there for Isildur, and there you go. M5 half-track out. Bit short on the munitions here for the Court mode. But one in the south, grabbing the southern munition point. Pushing north to defend the fuel point here from Eternal and his fascist invaders. Half moving forwards, opening up the Ostrom there. And a bit closer to the Court mount, but still a bit more to go. We've got the armor corruption forward here for Eternal, and Isildur, of course, with that. The Court mount and half-track is fairly defenseless against the armored car, so we shall, of course, see how he responds to this motorized threat here out of the German army. In the south here, a bit more pressure against Eternal. Have we got machinery to deflect any major assaults here? And very close to the anti-aircraft mount here for Isildur, but still no doctrine, still no major battle plan. And there you go, Court mount is being added in there to assist off the company reinforcing, no one's retreating them. In the south here, Eternal stands on watch there, perhaps not quite eternally, but for some time. Pack 40 arriving up to deal with the half-track. Going in there, laying down S-mines, very nice there. Thumbs up to Eternal. Can definitely get hard there for you to get back on the point. Very sneaky there. Well, sneaky there's not a lot of sneakiness in a sense, but it's quite efficient. Got there you go, Flame Flinch catching the Ost on the heavy car, dealing some incredible damage there. Go force to fall back here, machine and range in a position, and looks like in fact he's hoping to bait Isildur into the MG42 there. Very sneaky, but I think Isildur here sees through Eternal's ruse. So good response there. Half-track being fixed up, but now has the Court mount right ready for 50 cals there, ready to tear through any number of Germans in short order. There we go, S1 field finished, thumbs up to Eternal, and we do get an elite and a Disca here for Isildur. More suppressive firepower versus Eternal's troops. Not a bad idea either. Could of course also consider the assault guards. The assault troops, of course, being the assault version has been good, but even like in a pinch, you could theoretically even go for them for the bazookas. But there you go, nice hit from the Pack 40 in the half-track. Could see a loss here for Isildur as the armor coming in there. And it gets knocked out. A stinging blow to Isildur, slap across the face. A punishing blow. That was a hell of a development there for Isildur. It leaves him very much exposed. Does have the Disca, and again we'll have to see what he does elsewhere, but that really hurt, as it hadn't done too much there. So great kill there for Eternal. Really leaves Isildur discombobulated and gasping for air. North here cleaning out the S-mount. Of course, be careful, does move the instant automatically off the point, as they will automatically deal with the mines there. I think that's what's happening here, so it's not getting the fuel pump, but at least it's, getting rid of the S-mines. Just going to do with some reinforcement there. We'll, of course, have to see what Isildur does next. Will he try and go for the T7 now? Hope to swing the game around on that one. Eternal, of course, could be soon taking up himself. Or will he just try and take up and push for some more bigger armor here versus Eternal? There's a few options there, of course, for Isildur. Sandbags here, up by the northern victory point. We got 468 versus 456. This could they're dealing with info 2 quite expertly. North getting used as the Ostroben. That said, as time goes on, the second T-Cent is looking a lot more risky here. Then again, if Eternal's not taking up, it still could work out. In particular, if Isildur wields it aggressively. And we have seen some players be able to utilize like a late T-70, like at the 10 min mark, quite spectacularly against an opponent. But yeah, it does look like he's not going to go for that. And again, I can't fault him for that. It certainly would be a very, very high-risk bet here for Isildur to make. Comes with Pioneers to cope with the Disca. The Disca is definitely doing some significant lifting here for Isildur against Eternal and the German army. Eternal finally taking up there, by the way. Isildur at this point is probably now thinking ahead to the Mechanized Armor Company and some M4C Shermans. Though he still needs a lot more fuel for that to work. Got a Grenade map for Eternal. Good map for this, honestly. Then again, most 1v1 maps are honestly quite... No, he does go for the T-70. He does go for a fairly late T-70. Bold, aggressive, and perhaps a bit desperate here by Isildur. But at the same time, I think it's realization he needs to do something drastic here against Eternal. Seem like briefly swing things around. Plus with double field to the back up. The T-70, he could make it work. But it's going to be risky here. And there you go. Awesome score wipe here. Small victory for Isildur against Eternal, but that's definitely been taking some while there to get there in the first place, as the Feldherrn Halle Panzergrenadier puts up a fight. He's just replacing with Ostrom, not say some more elite Panzergrenadier here. Yeah. Light machines this one with the Ostropen, and far up north their point being seized. Thyssen running here for Isildur and the Red Army, troop reinforcing healing. Step on it, Otto, we have Russians to kill. Yeah, but what if we hit a mine? Well, you know, send me just get out of there. This what, a blown up tire? If you could get out and push. Oh, shut up. Also, listening gears up north, Thyssen rushing in there, engaging. Of course, tells he certainly doesn't have to worry too much about anything significantly heavier, though he will probably, of course, make the assumption then that its duel will be getting a bunch of field guns to protect against his armor. Thyssen took some very, very light damage from the armored car. Moving on the center here. SAR site being grabbed here once more by Eternal 7042. Mortar firing down close to the counters up north. Another push here by Isildur. Moving ahead with the Thyssen light tank. Disco sitting out. Eternal can soon go for a Panther IV. Very like to go for that here versus Isildur in the current set of circumstances. I'd be surprised if he didn't. He could also rush out Ostrom, to be honest, because he's seen the T-70. He should be able to, like, you know, assume that Ostrom is going to be a fairly safe choice to go. But there you go. Pack 40 again once more in a good position to ruin Isildur's light vehicular dreams. Or in this case, lightly armored dreams. Of course, that mortar keeps blasting away. Already 3 kills. Veterans 1. Thumbs up there to Eternal and his mortar crew. Engineers versus Pioneers. Flamethrower versus Flamethrower. But with the armored card back at the Pioneers, they do hold the upper hand here versus Isildur's Engineers. In fact, they're about to get wiped out. The shrubbery there ultimately not providing much protection from enemy fire. And there you go, Thyssen to the rescue here. They're charging at the armored car, doing intense damage and catching it Eternal up north with his Lederhosen down his angles with nothing there to support the armored car. Good responsibilities, look good retactically, and they got the counter moving forward. They're going to try and hit with an anti-tank grenade necessary. Telemine down here though from Eternal, thumbs up, and he gets the armored car. Excellent, need to get the Thyssen at pack 4 moving in here. Whew. Actually making some progress now. That Thyssen rushed up north definitely, I think, destabilized Eternal a bit. Of course, he's about to destabilize Isildur a lot more with his Panzer IV. So yeah, Isildur will need field guns. He could also try for the H-6M. He probably won't. He could go for it, but more likely I imagine we're going to see some field guns here. And then transport into the M4C Shermans versus the Eternal. North Panther 4 strikes, and there he goes, his 3 divisional field gun. Fairly late one though, but again he's been under so much pressure from Eternal. But there you go, Panther 4 rolling ahead, adding the pin-mount machine gun, which of course would give it a total then of 3 machine guns. 1 hull, 1 coaxial, and then 1 pin-mounted. Leading the counters, great hits there, killing Yuri, Sergei, and then following up with Boris. Charge straight to the base. Field gun though has arrived here, and there you go, going to fire away there. Going to rush in, hit man into tank grenade there. Probably won't be able to like catch up with the field gun, finish it off, but it's definitely going to keep the Panther IV a bit out of action. Up north here, fresh engagement between Isildur and Eternal, as Isildur once more looks to extend his reach there. Eternal meanwhile lining up here in the south, expecting another push. Then it does seem to be exactly what Isildur's moving in for. Panther IV being hauled back. Conscripts moving forward from one side. Field in there. In the south, the T-70 and Dishka there. Caught by the Ostrom. Dishka moving in. And there you go. Panther fast on the T-70 light tank. Up north, the assault is faring fairly well there, as Eternals can't really offer much resistance. Though we do have some more S-mines. Thumbs up. Like, really good mining here from Eternal. Really good mining. Tends to be something a lot of Wehrmacht players at times tend to forget, particularly they are playing with Ostrom, which is where they really easily have the most munitions to afford mine. So nicely that Eternal is remembering that you know, bit there. Takes up the T-70. Isildur's 8 is starting to stabilise fairly well, and we do get some Panther under here for Eternal. Very good, thumbs up. Very necessary as well though. Just going up the south here, machine coming up further advanced there. Destroying the sandbags there with the field gun. Pop goes the Weasel. Now Isildur could consider taking up here soon, but first going for another field gun, obviously, as he's probably expecting more armor soon here for Eternal, who's very close to the second Panzer IV, which is honestly a very good maneuver there strategically by Eternal and Isildur in response to that. So there you go, second field gun now, it's going to help deal with his armor. Of course, Eternal does have access to the mortar, so if Isildur bunches up his field guns too close, he can just smoke them and then rush them with the Panzers and a bit of Panzer Grenadiers back then. Oh, he cancels the Panzer Grenadiers. Bit sad about that one. Continuing up his round's time tier, but sadly no so to attack into it. Going for the T-70 here. Good hit, but there he goes straight into a waiting field gun, which fires a fairly well placed shot there, point blank range. In the centre, Pun uses the conscripts. A lot of action across here, the front hitch again. But Isildur's definitely staged a very nice return to the battlefield here, and after I would say fairly awkward early game versus Eternal again, which is Ostrom very well. And now he's going for Grenadiers, no Panzer Grenadier, but you know, I mean the Grenadiers are still better than the Ostrom here later games, so you know, something, but part of me would definitely prefer Panzer Grenadiers. Panther IV down to less than half health here. South the engineers was the Ostrom there, Con's backing them up there. Looks like he's just keeping them in merge range, so that way you can just keep the engineers at full strength at all times. Thumbs up to that. Centre Ostrom can hold up Isildur, but there you go. Isildur had enough. They altered the field guns to fire them, bombard them. And up north, Ostrom has the T-70 there. Quickly, definitely counterattack in the south here, of course, with the knowledge where the field guns are. He knows where the Panther IV can strike without any immediate response, though. He only has so much time before Isildur's field guns get down there. Push harder, but this thing is heavy. Well, it's gonna be lighter than your sorry corpse if you don't get these moving. I suddenly find myself freshly motivated. He's been northwards there. Good hit from the field gun there on the Panzer IV. So we got 427 to 334. More to continue to be an excellent asset here for Eternal. Thumbs up. 40 odds continue to be an excellent asset here for Eternal as the T-70 is pushed back there. 5 kills, 22, but also a sliver of health there. The inside, that T-70 is probably a mess. Never mind the penetrating shots, like there's probably also going to be a lot of what is known as spalling. For those who are not aware, spalling is basically what happens, like even the tank shot doesn't penetrate. A lot of the bits from the inside of the tank, you know, flies off, you know, hurts the crew. Which is also one of the reasons why rivets were not a great idea for tank design, because the rivets would fly out and actually, you know, occasionally kill tank crew members. Coming up here, Molotov from the Ostturban. Shot fired. North the Ostrom hitting a mine, double feeling hits on the Panther IV, pushing down to half health again. Eternal could consider a second mortar, though I wouldn't say it's a priority here for him. As for Isildur, mechanized armor company going up, and they can actually follow up with the M4C Sherman soon. That's going to be pretty good for him and pretty awkward for Eternal. See something in there, go Panther IV flanking forward here for Deutschland, catching the conscripts, but spectacularly missing them. The shot completely just missing by a mile and a half. He's pushing forward back with the conscripts, moving in as well. Their mortar hit lands fairly decently. Eternal, he is going for tier 4, feeling fairly happy with his 2 Panther IVs. And certainly if you have something like 2 Panzer IVs out in the field, you can, I would say, safely try and stall for the bigger stuff, because the 2 Panzer IVs, you know, can do some of the heavier lifting and allow you to more safely just stall for it. So, you know, thumbs up, there's Eternal. If you're going to go for tier 4, which again I do not typically advise, but if you at least have 2 Panther IVs, you know, it's, you know, very sensibly safer. But in this case, though, then proceeding to throw away one of your Panther IVs like that is perhaps less great. But in this case, the die has been cast. But, you know, kind of alright there. But of course, Vehicular getting that kill is great, and he can soon go for that M4C Sherman, also known as the M-Chuck. Austin pushing 30 kills. That is quite the impressive kill tally for the last of them. Machine backing him up. And there you go, M4C Sherman with the Isildur and the Red Army. Good hit from the Pack 4 on the T-70, punching straight through the armor. Northern Punch being seized. Another great kill there by the T-70. Pack 4 number 2 with the Eternal. Bit of quiet there on your striking. Worth noting, of course, Isildur still has pretty much got the field guns for artillery, and even that is a bit expensive at the moment. You may, of course, want to consider mortar, and Basil comes galloping across my computer table for a bit of attention. Let's lie down on the smaller table we got right next to my computer. Shem sitting out there. Shem rolling hit here. First medium tank for Isildur and the Red Army here in this sector of North. Turn the escorts the Panther IV force with an awesome escort there, making sure there's no sneaky traps hiding here from the Soviets. But there you go, got the M4C Sherman with equipped with a 76mm gun. Shoots, misses the Ostrom, and of course taking to the Panther IV. There's a larger, nastier Sherman tank there. Conscript push back. Great hit from the Sherman there. And with that, Eternal backs off. Pioneers itself almost wiped out. Pack 4 applying support here. In the centre, another push forwards here, but the Ostrom naval machine guns. It's going to be slightly more painful if Isildur push forwards there. Flares going off here. Good for money there by Isildur then. Thumbs up. It's going to be some time for him to push for armour. More armour. He could consider like the CIS-6 supply truck to provide him with some resources. I think that wouldn't be a half bad idea here for Isildur. Then again, it may just not be a priority at this stage of the game. 23 minutes into the game, and you know, you might want to spend the man on something else. Double volley there, but only one shot went through there. Ostrom versus Sherman though. Yeah, that's a retreat there from Eternal very sensibly. Right now, the Isildur's got fairly good map control versus Eternal, who's got the heavy Panzer caught up. You'll have to see if it goes for Panther, Sturmpanzer, Panzerwerfer. Depends on what he's sort of more focused about dealing with. Panzerwerfer, Sturmpanzer, great versus the field guns, and of course the Panther would be acceptable versus the T-70 and the Sherman. And the Panzerwerfer would also just be fairly decent, but much more specifically focused on the anti-tank guns. Again, the Sturmpanzer can deal with the other support weapons fairly well too. So let's see here what Eternal basically considers the major priority right now against Isildur. North Point being seized there. We got 334 versus 329. Isildur closing the gap between the two fairly well. And go Panther engaging the conscripts. Two squadrons get 10 kills on the Panther IV. Sherman's getting a hit there. Not enough news for that pin him up mid 50 cal there as of yet for Isildur. Mortar father considering done. We got an excellent mortar using the barrage ability. 2 thumbs up there, Eternal. Excellent stuff there. Excellent. Great use of the ability there. Got the T-70 running in there close to the H-level Pioneers, taking a bit of a shot there. Panther IV joining in the front, 11 kills there. And there you go, another great mortar. He's actually going for the Panzerwerfer, so he's definitely concerned about those field guns. And he wants them, like, you know, try and take them out like that. That could maybe be in Isildur's favour if he pushes more tanks. And of course, crucially, figures out with the Pack 47 deals with them. Of course, he could himself go for Katyusha to simply try and deal with the enemy anti-tank guns. Until now, he's seen this too there. He might, of course, in turn be tempted to go for the Katyusha rocket launcher, which would be a fair counter play. Northeast Sherman's then Ostrom, but again, more tank I think will be fairly good here for Isildur. Great pack volley there against the Sherman, pushing it back. In the south here, we got the Ostrom as the MG42. But a little mini pack front here. The pack front was a German tactic, where they would organise their anti-tank guns under one commander to then more easily coordinate fire, more effectively, set up volleys to then do more damage and also minimise return of fire. In fact, it was so effective the Serbs actually copied it against the Germans, forcing the Germans to come up with a counter tactic. Fields holding back in the centre of as the Arc Grenadiers. Again, the lack of artillery for Isildur is proving to be detrimental here in breaking through Tunnel's lines at this point. He's bringing in more support weapons. There you go. Panther IV unleashing while he have 10 rockets screaming through the skies. And there you go, landing here in the midst of everything. Getting a few kills on one of the field gun crews here. But more crucially, just breaking Isildur's lines so that everything's forced to get out of the way or, get turned to a pulp. And Isildur's response to this is to go for the Katyusha, since, of course, he likely wants to get rid of those packs with some rockets as well. It's a good counter push here by Eternal. Sherman heading southwards. Finally also got the 50 cal added. Thumbs up. Awesome caught here with the Sherman. And there you go. Ooh, almost hit the man as well. So received a lot of Lend Lease equipment and other supplies there from the Americans and from the British. Though I think with the British it wasn't quite Lend Lease. But, they received a lot of stuff. The Shermans, railway cars, or railways in general, like just anything for the railways, trains, cars, the rails themselves. Played a huge role. Trucks, fuel, even food was received. Plus, of course, tanks and other stuff. Up north here, we got the Ostrom pushed back here. Pioneers pushed back with the T-70, 15 kills, ace level. In the centre, another push here by Isildur. And the south here, Grenadiers was the Sherman. Got the BM-13 Katyusha rocket truck out. In fact, they can use some Studebaker trucks for Katyusha's rocket launchers. I think they were more for the bigger ones. And there we go. We got Sector Artillery from Eternal, setting up in eine Artillerie Kommando, or ARCO, to try and start up a Soviet assault here. Katyusha rockets down the centre of the Grenadiers, machine being hammered here. Almost wiping the entire unit, but for now he's pretty much just prevented from moving forward. Particularly the positioning here is rather brutally brilliant, considering how far this point actually extends into what you sort of expect to be Isildur's sphere. And he loses the machine gun and gets the Katyusha. Holy smokes! An absolute double slap across the face here for Isildur. With a fish too, man. That was brutal. But again, you just don't expect to extend that far. You just sort of think, oh well, this is part of my turret, because of the way the center victory point works, it can affect extend against what you consider the enemy's sphere there of control. So really sneaky there, and quite painful there for these little curves. Didn't just lose the machine team, lost the Katyusha. Brilliant there for the Eternal. Brilliant. Very painful for Isildur. Got the Ostrom from the Sherman, T-70 joining in as well. Pack 45's back here. Panther IV being fixed up. Up north, he got the Ostrom seizing the point there. Panther firing off another barrage hit, 2 kills. Front being pushed back, other cons moving forwards. Not a lot of assault infantry, so I definitely feel like he should have considered some assault guards, like just some submachine gun troops. I think could have done some great things earlier, like some good flanks, just damage here to Eternal troops. If it was the Ostrom again, they would be great. So missed opportunity to say if Isildur. At least potentially missed opportunity. Fix up the Sherman. He can soon go for another Sherman. He does go for it. North here, Ostrom falling back, having seized the North Victor point once more away here from Isildur and the Red Army. Got more mortar firing down here from that mortar. We got 16 kills on it. Again, it's been a great investment here for Eternal. So you might want consider some smokes in there. Go Blitz here to outmaneuver the field guns. And there you go, run straight into the Sherman, which could backfire here on him if Isildur's fast enough to set up there. And Best once more runs across the table. Quickly again using that Blitz creep maneuver aggressively. Nice play there by Eternal. Thumbs up. Very disruptive. Very disruptive. As again, it just can't allow to just sweep right there. It does last a bit of while there, so well handled, it can actually kind of mess up your opponent's positions. But soon Isildur will have 2 tanks, and Eternal will only have 1 tank. So there you go, second M4C Sherman for Isildur. We got 4 forwards 240 feet. And Eternal here goes for Panther 8 Panzer Kampfwagen 5. Awesome charging the comes there. Shrinking in for the awesome, shoots whiffs, pushes them back. Season catch Nelson in the centre. We got 240 feet. Slowly bleeding out to Eternal once more. Isildur is on the offensive. Panther is almost down here for Eternal. Could try and extend more assault here in the south. There's actually not a lot of defences, so it could actually make a pretty good push. The north and city's moving in there. You need to be careful not to extend though, particularly since there's a telemine close there. A bit surprised that Eternal's not done anything to mine this particular path. I think if Isildur was aware of this, he would actually exploit this quite well. But there you go. Panther out here for Eternal and the German army. The Panzer Kampfwagen 5, German reinforced there. Panther 4 bounces off the German's armour. There you go. We got sector artillery again, but this time a bit more defensive. Team rushing forward into the back 40s. German hits the telemine. Turning into disaster here for Isildur. T-70. Kaboom. Panther 4 getting the ace level. Got the Panther 4 machine gun wiped out here. Engineers being caught in the sector artillery. Sherman trying to escape as the world explodes around it. He's also lost some infantry there. Brutal there. Brutal. And Eternal exploits this brutal assault here to counterattack and just hammer his way through here, looking to mercilessly punish Isildur. But Sydney's Scorpion not taking too confident with his Panther either. He's looking for that Sherman, it's already meant to find its way back here to the base. But the field guns are now in a lot of trouble here as Eternal's infantry leaps into action. More comes there for Isildur, no guards assault infantry. Guess it does not have much stock in them. Or hold much stock in them. Just Panther falling back. Could add a pin machine into that one. Almost got the centre victory. That was really brutal there. Painful too. Shem being fixed up. Close to 52. That telemine easily paid itself off there. And again, always a good reason to remember as the Wehrmacht to lay down some mines. I mean, just even one telemine going off at the right time can be worth easily a lot of munitions, like a lot of all the mines just being spotted. Because this one telemine goes off at the right time, it can really just swing a game massively in your favour. So thumbs up to terms. Remember to lay down mines. Barrel players tend to be the ones that find also have a bit of harder time laying down mines because again they just don't have those easy 30 munitions mines. They have to lay down S mines or telemines, which are always both a bit more precise, but at the same time they're also more effective if used well though. Jumping out there for Isildur. Once both fixed up, can soon go for another one, but he is definitely feeling the heat here for Eternal and the Feldherrnhalle Panzergrenadier Division. Cousins with the Sherman got 12 kills as Fritz there gets fritzed. Small squad heading north, or platoon heading north as their pioneers back up the Ostrom. Feelings being hammered, the Panthers bunched up there in a very narrow space. In this case, he actually got lucky, didn't lose any of them. Well, the crews and was fully he lost some individual gunners, but he didn't lose the hard-earned experience, which was much more painful here for Isildur. And not as easy to replace at all. In Norfolk, here's the constant being slowly whittled down here by Eternal's men. We also got the Panther wing expecting the Sherman to ring in. Good reading the situation by Eternal. Thumbs up. Quickly pursuing here the Sherman. Field gun fixed up in the south. They want more ground territory. We've got 225 to 232. And Eternal here goes for an Ostwind Flakpanzer. Interesting choice here. Not necessarily bad. I mean, the Ostwind is quite good versus infantry. And support weapons, I mean, fairly nice addition. Fairly nice addition. It's just a rare one to see, particularly after playing going for tier 4 with Panzerwerfers and all that. Most people would prefer to go for the Sturmpanzer. So nice addition there by Eternal. Mortar there with 16 kills still, and there you go. Ostwind Flakpanzer ready for Eternal. Small flank in the south. Eternals lost them there in a eternity of trouble there. Forced back, machine moving up. They could get wiped out if it's not careful there. Go flag Panther in here. Go straight for the conscripts, need support, and weak artillery fire hitting the Gundiers. And a bit of machine gun as well. Machine gun round, and there you go, another Panther barrage seeking out here the field gun crews, but this time they do manage to mostly get out of the way. We got the Panther there with 10 kills, halfway to up north. He confronts issues there with the Pioneers. So let's agree the Panther, if he were to equip with the machine gun, though, would actually be fairly decent versus infantry. But there you go, field response here. Good hit there, punches straight through the Panther's 18mm frontal armor, though relative to the CIS 3 Division field gun struggled with the frontal armor of Panthers and Tigers, even at closer ranges. So, little fun fact there. Conflict at the Pioneers. Finishing a mine nick. Almost got a wipe there. Close call, but not quite. Bit short there of the full Monty. In this case, the full Monty garage. Panther moving forwards here. Shoving pursuit here aggressively. Confident push back in the centre. Field guns once more on the move here. And there you go, great on the Panther. Gaining the ace level. That is really great for the field guns. It's the increased rate of fire and penetration means it becomes amazing versus heavier armour. Which, of course, combined with them being a 6-man crew, just makes it really, really difficult for the Germans to deal with in general. And double ace guns is an absolute nightmare for Wehrmacht players in general, I find. Well, German players in general. Up north, their point being seized. CoH2 rocket launch again. Isildur wants to clear out those field gun and tank guns. Another supporting unity under Eternal's command. Great hit from the Pack 40 there. Push to the centre. There's one small range reaches. Again, we got the mortar now with 18 kills. I mean, absolutely amazing investment here for Eternal. Absolutely amazing. Panther barrage moving up. Oh, at least Panther moving up. Likely to barrage. Sherman there being faced. We got all the years hard working at it. Consul's also joining in, I guess. Yes, indeed. Thumbs up. That's usually using the infantry repair kit ability there. There you go, Katyusha out. Second one. Hopefully that one will not be as easily nuked here by Eternal as the first one. Imagine we hadn't lost the Katyusha like that. I think he's looking a, well, definitely better spot here versus Eternal. 18 kills the Sherman. There you go. BM13 on the move. 199 to 224. Field guns ready. There you go. Good hit there on the Panther. Now the hit, they're pushing down to half health, and there you go. Panther with a barrage unleashed here by Eternal. He wants that anti-tank crew snuffed out, and there you go. Wipes the ace field crew. Now that's a hell of a barrage here for Eternal, and an absolute sucker punch there against Isildur, as he just lost his best tool to deal with the Panther. Awesome tank for the cops there. North here we got the Sherman. There was the Ostrom got back. He's pushing forward. See if he'll be forced to reposition in the wake of the wipe there. Sector artillery again. He's trying to stop this northern attack. Good timing there by Eternal. He's got this time to get out there fast. He's actually coming in the Sherman though. He's risking it. Pretty risky here by Isildur. Perhaps he didn't realise what's going on there. In which case he soon will though, I think. Or not. South, they've got the Austin swinging. They got 10 kills on it. But with this, he's also effectively closed off both victory points for some time here, making each one just to bleed out Isildur. He's definitely getting some good value out of these sector artillery. Collins, Austin pushed back there, almost wiped though. Destroyed, but narrowly escaped here thanks to the power of the Blitzkrieg. Jumping out there, 19 kills halfway to the ace level. More Pioneers for Eternal to repair stuff. Very good idea there, to be honest. Bit surprised it didn't go on sooner. There you go, Katrina Barrage looking to silence those packs and get rid of those. That'd be a significant obstacle removed here for Isildur, but the Katrina Barrage sadly fired from a very safe distance, which of course means it's very difficult for a turn to deal with it. Also means that Katyusha is not going to be hitting a lot of things. As at that range, the accuracy goes down significantly. The rockets just go over a much, much wider place. These us coming in there. And nearly prevents from grabbing the Northern victory point. Isildur's situation remains fairly rough. As the Terminals retains a strong hand heavy Isildur and good control of the map. Fielding northwards, Katyusha on the move here once more for Isildur on the Red Army. Shoots and whiffs. Got the Osman joining us a bit of fire here against Eternal's Ostturban. Nice shot there in the south. We got the victim received with the conscripts. Slowly burn them out here. More downstream fleet. We've got 16 kills on them. Great there. Strong kill tally for some engineers with a flamethrower. We got 72 points left for the situation of Isildur is looking increasingly bleak. The situation deteriorating by the moment here against the Germans as Eternal refuses to give up any ground here. These close being wiped out there. Sherman on the move here, catching the Panther perhaps. Pretty fine, take it out, but there you go. Oh, looks like the packs backing up the Ross. There you go, Panther almost knocked out here. Almost got it. Narrowly there, but he gets away, Sherman forces it. He got ace level on it. Can he finish off the... We got the Panther, but he's about to lose to the Sherman here. Oh, and it misses. It misses. Gets knocked out with the double pack 40s. Got GG there from Isildur. His men being slaughtered in the south of the Ostwind. The barrage actually hitting the machine gun, and the packs actually moving to the arc of fire there, but ultimately far from enough here for Isildur. Front being annihilated by the Ostwind, which is now virtually 220 kills. Great investment there for Eternal as well. There's more to 20 kills too, and there you go. Got the Ostwind at least, but yeah, this very much seems out of control here. There you go, GG, game over. A loss for the Red Army, a victory for the German Army. A nice fight here, certainly highlighting the power of aggressive play with the Ostturban, but also just good play with the other elements. And I also think Isildur just had a bit of a rough start there. And it's a bit of bad luck there first for this half trade made on with the Katyusha, for example. There's definitely some bad luck here, which really helped out Eternal as well. I think further like cemented this situation. Then Isildur, I think, did some good jobs that's sort of turning around, but I also do feel like some assault infantry, like the Guards rifle there, assault guards would have done some good work for Isildur versus Eternal turn points against the the Thompson could have torn through the Ostrom fast, maybe some support weapons. Plus, the Lagro and Mortar fees, I think, are also crucially, as again, the Mortar did a lot of work there for Eternal. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I'll learn something from it. If you subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This has been Pro Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.